If she bites her lip after this, she's thinking about sex. There are thousands of gestures people make every day without thinking. But there's one gesture that stands out from the rest when it comes to attraction, desire, and even raw sexual energy. That gesture is a woman biting her lip. It might look innocent, even subtle, but if she does this right after a particular moment, it could mean she's thinking about sex. And you might just be the reason why. In this video, we're going to decode the secret language of lip biting. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly when this small action is a loud invitation. First, understand that not all lip bites are the same. Some are habits formed in childhood. Some are nervous tics. But there's one type of lip bite that stands in a league of its own. It happens right after a flirty moment. Right after you say something bold or after your eyes lock in a way that feels heavier than usual. This is the bite that gives away the thoughts she's trying to hide. Science explains this too. The lips are one of the most sensitive areas of the human body. They are packed with nerve endings, making them incredibly responsive to touch and sensation. When a woman bites her lip after a sexually charged moment, she's not just signaling to you. She's stimulating those nerves herself, sending a ripple of sensations straight to her brain's pleasure center. It's a subconscious way her body processes desire. But timing is everything. If you make a cheeky comment, something playful and suggestive, and her first reaction is to bite her lip while looking down or directly at you, that's not just random. Her body is reacting before her brain can filter it. It's her body admitting what her words might never say aloud. The brain reacts to sexual attraction faster than words can form, and the lip bite is a reflex, not a conscious decision. The psychology behind this is fascinating. Lip biting draws attention directly to the mouth, one of the most intimate parts of the body. In body language studies, when someone wants to be kissed, they often touch or highlight their lips. Lip biting goes a step further because it combines vulnerability and sensuality. It shows she's feeling something, but she's also trying to contain it. And that internal battle creates even more tension. Let's talk about the different types of lip bites and what they mean specifically in the context of sexual attraction. There's the quick, nervous bite, often paired with blushing or avoiding eye contact. This type is more common when she's surprised by her own attraction. Maybe you just gave her an unexpected compliment or touched her lower back. This bite is her way of saying, "Wow, that caught me off guard and I liked it." Then there's the slow, deliberate bite. This one's bold, almost a challenge. If she bites her lips slowly while holding eye contact, she's fully aware of what she's doing. This is her way of saying, "I'm into you and I'm not afraid to show it." It's seductive, confident, and practically spells out what's on her mind. Another version is the playful side bite. This one happens during teasing banter or a flirtatious back and forth. It's playful but also charged with underlying tension. It's her teasing you physically while her words do the same verbally. This type of lip bite is all about building sexual anticipation. What happens with her eyes during the bite is just as important as the bite itself. If her eyes flick to your lips or chest, or if her gaze softens into that lazy, half-lidded look, you're in the clear zone of sexual attraction. The combination of eye contact and lip biting is one of the most primal signals humans give off when desire takes over. Now, what makes this gesture even more powerful is when it happens right after a physical touch. If you graze her hand, guide her through a door, or touch her lower back, and she immediately bites her lip, that's as close to a silent confession as you'll ever get. Her body is physically reacting to your touch, and the lip bite is how she's processing that rush. Compliments can trigger this too, especially if they're personal. Telling her she has beautiful lips, or that her dress hugs her body perfectly, might trigger an instinctual lip bite because you've directly highlighted her sexuality. Her body responds before her mind even has time to filter the reaction. Let's not forget the power of silence. If there's a moment of silence between you two and out of nowhere she bites her lip, that silence might not be so empty after all. In that quiet space, her mind is likely running wild, imagining things, wondering what you're thinking, or replaying moments you just shared. That bite becomes a physical manifestation of those thoughts. Even in group settings, lip biting sends a message. If you catch her biting her lip while looking at you across the room, she's flirting from a distance. It's her way of saying, "I'm thinking about you even when you're not next to me." That's the kind of attraction that's impossible to fake. What should you do when you see her biting her lip after a suggestive moment? Confidence is key. Don't call it out directly, that can break the tension. Instead, mirror her energy. Hold eye contact just a little longer. Let a smirk tug at the corner of your mouth. Maybe lean in slightly if you're close enough. Let your body language respond without words, keeping the tension alive. A confident response encourages her to keep going. When she knows you're reading the signals and playing along, it deepens the connection. The biggest mistake men make is ignoring these signals or brushing them off as accidental. Lip biting is rarely accidental in moments charged with attraction. It's one of the clearest, most universal invitations a woman can give without speaking. However, it's also important to separate sexual lip biting from nervous or habitual lip biting. Some women have the habit of biting their lips when they're anxious or thinking. That's why context is everything. If the lip bite happens in the middle of a boring work meeting, it might just be a habit. But if it happens after you whisper something suggestive in her ear, you've got your answer. Understanding the language of attraction is all about noticing patterns. If lip biting happens alongside playful teasing, soft touches, close body language, and heavy eye contact, then you're not imagining things. Her body is telling you exactly where her mind is going. Attraction is rarely verbal. Most of the time, it's written all over our faces, hidden in our gestures, and given away in fleeting moments like these. The lip bite is a window into her thoughts, a momentary crack in her composed exterior. And if you can learn to read that window correctly, you'll never miss the signals again. So next time you see her bite her lip after you lean in, after you touch her hand, or after you tell her exactly how good she looks, remember this script. Her lips might be sealed, but they just told you everything you need to know. If this breakdown opened your eyes, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because understanding body language is one of the most powerful tools you can have in modern dating. There's a whole world of attraction happening silently, and once you know how to read it, the game changes forever.